terms of brushes, most of the time,
Yeah.
standard for sure. And
Okay.
I'm gonna be bold and say that I almost never use them standard. So I never,
Mhm.
unless I'm
Nah.
just trying to find, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like this look because even if you, let's say you sketch one here, another one, and if you come here with the, this is not a fold, right? And then I'll get to the third point. So using standard most of the time, not using this line, and the third point is paying attention not to the just the top, the peak, the bottom, or the, how do you call it,
Mhm.
the valley, valley, how do you call it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's really important, and that's something whoever is learning how to sculpt they usually forget. And I'm gonna say the second thing that people usually forget when they are still learning how to sculpt folds. So they usually ignore or forget to sculpt the the cuts. They're just as important.
Mhm.
So I'm not just making one cut here. No, I'm drawing a bunch of shit. I'm drawing like this triangle, this little triangle here, this other big triangle here. I'm really thinking about those planes.
Mhm.
And I like to use just clay brush to flatten things.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And then the other thing that people usually forget is to look uh, from like this angle, because it's really easy to this part being like this and this like this and this like this. It's really easy. If they may look good from this angle, but when you look like from this other angle, like up or down, they're not
Yeah, square one.
like a really smooth curve. And this you really have to be mindful, or else you lose control quite quickly. So that's the two things that most people learn. And the third thing that you can consider when sculpting fabric is how fabric, when it bends, it's only bending because it cannot keep its structure. I'll draw here. So I have a metal, beam or whatever. When it bends like this, it means that this area here is compressing, and this area here is stretching. So it's stretching that way, right? So
Mm-hmm.
metals can withstand a lot of stretching. That's okay for them, this part here. But it's not okay with the compressing. It's gonna break. And this effect is called buckling. Buckling. So
Okay.
folds are buckling. It's the fabric not being able to hold itself anymore. So we can use that knowledge now to sculpt with more realism, and I'm going to show you. So if you imagine that this is like a metal beam that went through buckling, you can make a little adjustment in the sculpting. Like for instance, maybe make this end tighter, because this is where the fabric broke. It lost all strength. So this is really tight, and this is really wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like a metal being bent. Same with the other side.
Okay.
There could be a style of the fabric, right? If the fabric allows that type of thickness, it could be a
Mm-hmm.
style that you're aiming for. So this alone gives you a type of realism that's very different from just making zigzag lines or crisscross lines, whatever, right? You're putting a lot more thought, not only on the direction of curves and stuff, but all this. You're considering all this shape here as well. So the fold, it's all this is the fold. A lot more than just the peak, the line itself. You're sculpting this curve, you're sculpting the bottom, you're doing over everything on every little fold.